Do you know what today is? It's my anniversary. What anniversary? Guys, it has been a year. 365 American days since I started my book club. I cannot believe it. So in today's video, I'm going to be giving out some thank yous and just reflecting on the last year. So if you like to hear it, here it go. Okay, so let's start from the very beginning. January 2020, I was miserable. For a lack of better words, I was not happy with myself, with the way that I looked, with my job, with my dating life. I wasn't happy. And I decided that the way to fix that would be kind of going back to doing things that I loved, right? What made me the happiest when I was the happiest in my life? And one of those things was reading. I think I stopped reading for fun when I was in college, and I just didn't have time, and then I never picked it up again. I would do it here and there sometimes, but reading on a consistent basis was what made me happy. And it was just something that I kind of let go to the wayside because I was working. My grandmother passed away, then my grandfather passed away. Like, a lot was happening in my life, and I just let the things that made me the happiest kind of fall to the wayside. So a friend of mine at the time, I was talking to him about all of my books, right? And I was like going through books so fast, but that ended up being like our nightly routine. He'd be getting ready for work and he'd be like, all right, what we reading tonight, or what's happening with such and such characters. And he was just like, yo, you make me want to read. Like, you are so passionate and so excited about these characters, and you talk about them in a way that makes it seem like you know them personally or something like that. And he was just like, you need to do something with that. And I was like, well, I am doing something with it. I'm talking to you. And I kind of just, let it go from there. So I started sharing the books that I was reading on my personal Instagram page, and people were liking it, and what are you reading now, and all of that kind of thing. And then the pandemic happened, right? And all during this time, not only am I reading, but I am buying books out of the wazoo. Okay, I'm subscribed to all of the book subscriptions, book of the month, all of that. I was buying books, but I was reading them as fast as I was buying them. Okay, like, there were Amazon boxes of books coming to my house almost every day, because I want to read this, I want to reread that, I want to read this, I want to do this, I want to blah 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 blah, right? So, book of the month, one of the book picks was The Book of Longings by Sukmuk Kid. And I had put on my personal page, did anybody want to read it with me so that we can talk about it, because I thought that it was such a intriguing synopsis, and I thought that it would make for good conversation. And a few people had said yeah, and they had signed up for Book of the Month. Okay, cool, whatever. So also during this time, my mom and I and Adela were doing the Gigi Bean show. If you were not around for the era of the Gigi Bean show, I am sorry, because you missed some good old shenanigans. And we were just trying to not only lift our own spirits, but lift everybody else's spirits, because the state of the world was just in a mess. So one night, Cinco de Mayo to be exact, I got this idea. Excuse me, allergies are ruining my life right now. But May 5th, 2020, the name Show Me in the Book Club just popped into my head, and I made the Instagram page for it. And I'll never forget, I The very first follower that I ever had was my friend Jessica, who I love you so much, Jess, if you're watching this. Thank you for always supporting me. But I texted her and I was like, I made a book club page. She was like, oh my God, what is it? Let me follow you. So she did. And I go in my mom's room like a little kid. Like, even at my big age, I still seek approval from my mother. She is the constant in my life. She is the pillar in my life. So I still seek approval from her with the big decisions, or when I'm nervous and I don't know what I'm doing and I'm just taking a big leap. So I run in her room like a little kid, eyes all big, like, I created a book club page. And she was like, okay, like, what do you plan to do with it? And I was like, I don't know. And we went on to do the Gigi Bean show that night. And the next day I posted my very first post. And it was nerve-wracking, because having a book club is something that I always wanted to do. And I know what I'm about to say is going to sound silly, but I never thought it would be possible. I never thought that people would listen to me or would care what I had to say or what I was reading, and so on and so forth. And I know you're probably looking at this like, Shelby, are you serious? I am very serious. I did not think that it was something that I could do and be successful about. And I had no goal. Let me say that. I had no, I'm going to start this book club and I'm going to take over the world. I had none of that. I just wanted people to talk about my books with, like, I just wanted to be able to be as nerdy as I wanted to be. Like, I wanted to create this community. Well, with the help of my mother and Adela and everybody sharing, within like 3.5 weeks or something crazy like that, I had almost 3,000 followers. Like, it was definitely less than a month. And I was just like, okay, universe, okay, God, this is what I'm supposed to be doing, right? So then from there, birthed the Book Buddy program, which is a program that I have that if you want to participate in my book club, but you don't necessarily have the means to do so, I will send you a book and some other knickknacks and stuff, so that you can participate. Now, how that came up, where there were so many people that were like, Shelby, I really want to participate, but I just don't have the funds, like with the way of the world. And I called Adela freaking out. What am I going to do? The people want to support and I feel bad. Like, I get to spend absurd amount of money on books because that's just what I want to do, and all of that. And okay, the camera cut off, but I get to spend absurd amount of money on books, and there are people that can't, and like, what do I do? And she was like, okay, we're going to sponsor them. And I was like, okay. I took donations. I still take donations, even though the book club is on the Book Buddy program is on hold right now, which I'll talk about in a second. And I was able that first time around to get maybe like 30 people books, like 20 to 30 people books. And I had done it every month just about for almost the full year. And again, never in a million years would I have thought that I would be doing something like that. Since I was a kid, when people would ask me what I wanted to do, outside of saying I wanted to be a teacher, I just want to help people. Like, I want to help them however I can. I want to help people. That's what I want to do. And now I'm in a position where I get to share something that I love a lot, something that is very much a big part of who I am, and has always been a part of who I am as I'm growing up in therapy again and finding myself again. I get to share my love of books with people and give back. Like, what? Who am I? And what is this life that I'm living? So then with that came, okay, I want a logo, right? Like, we doing big things. Now we official. I need a logo. So then I reached out to Shelly Can. And I was like, hey, I need a logo. I like a website, like, help. And I don't think I'll ever be able to repay Shelly for how much she helped me, for how many times I had stupid questions and was like, what does this mean? And how do I do this? And I'm not a big kid. I don't know anything about having a business. I don't know how to work websites. I don't know how to do any of this. And she showed up and showed out. And still to this day, I see my logo and I beam with pride. It is the most beautiful thing. And I just like, I think, and we'll get more towards, you know, my overall feelings in the end, but as a girl that has always been insecure about, am I too mean? Am I too harsh? Having struggled with friendships, to have all of these people just show up for me and like help me realize my dream, right? And help me bring it into the reality, you know, like they are not friends, they're totally family. Once my logo was made, that's how I met Kirsten, who had ordered like a bunch of stickers for me so that I can sell them and generate some funds. Then I had Shelly had pins, enamel pins made for me. What else? Shelly helped me design bookmarks. Like, so many things have come out of me just following my gut one day. Like, if I would have ignored that gut feeling to make the Shelby in the Book Club Instagram page, I don't know where I would be. I don't know what I'd be doing right now. I don't know how my life would be different, but I'm so glad that I just took this blind leap of faith. I wouldn't be a brand ambassador for Page One book subscriptions. I wouldn't have 5,000 followers in less than a year. I still can't believe that. Like, every day I wake up and I look at my Instagram page for the book club and I'm waiting for it to say like not 5,000, because like, what? Like, who do I think I am? Who do I think I am, right? So all of this stuff happens, and today when you're watching this, we have come full circle. It is a year. So one, I want to say thank you. Thank you to Shelly Can, Adela, my best friend, Kirsten, Jess, my mom, you guys. Just thank you to everybody, because without the support system that I have, I wouldn't be able to be where I am today. Point blank, period. Because there are plenty of days where I'm trying to do things or trying to set goals and trying to make the book club even bigger than what it already is. And there are days when I want to quit, where I want to delete the book club page and be like, I'm just going to read my books by myself. I don't need the people. But that is a lie. I'm just dramatic. I'm going to persevere. It's going to get bigger and better. There are more things coming. I'm setting bigger goals for myself. This is going to be an empire. We are going to take over, and soon there are going to be you know how they have those like Oprah's book club stickers on the books? It's gonna say Shelby in the book club on them. Mark my words, it's gonna happen. But I think what I really want to get across in this video is it's never too late. It's never too early. You are right where you're supposed to be. Do it now. like I said before, if I had never followed that gut feeling, like if I had never just took the leap of faith and made the book club page, and just, if I had never, you know, been able to self-reflect and realize that I was in a bad place and I wasn't happy, who knows where I would be or how bad off I would be, or whatever the case may be, you know? So do it scared, do it depressed, do it sad, do it unsure. Let me be an example of, you do not have to have a plan. It does not have to be perfect. It does not even have to make sense to you. You don't have to have thousands of followers. You don't have to have, no one has to be supporting you. Do it now. Do it right now. Follow your gut. The little idea that's in your head that you've been like, I really, really, really want to do this thing. Do it. Do it now. And let me be your example of anybody can do it. At any age, at any skill level, with a 9-to-5, and a whole bunch of other responsibilities, you can do it. There are plenty of times where I've been posting consistently, even though I was sad and I was depressed and insecure and didn't like the person that I was. But do it. Do it. You can do it. In a year from now, you're going to be so excited. And you're going to be sitting back like, I remember when I didn't know what I was doing, and so on and so forth. Do it anyway. And I'm going to be honest, there have been plenty of months where I haven't been consistent, right? I haven't been posting because I've been going through my own things and trying to figure myself out and trying to figure out where I want to do, where I want to be, where I want to go, what version of myself that I'm trying to get to, right? That is going to happen, and it is normal. It's okay. Do it anyway. Do it anyway. Right now, start it. Do it anyway. I think I've learned so much about myself. Nothing isn't tangible anymore, you know? And I think for so long, I was always waiting for someone else's approval, right? Like I was waiting for someone else to tell me that I could. You don't need nobody else to tell you that you could. You needed yourself. That's all you need is you. That's all you need. And it could be the insecure version of you. It could be the confident version of you. It could be the sleepy, half sleep in the middle of the night, waking up because you had an idea that you writing in your iPhone notes real fast version of you. Whatever it is, the only person that you need with you on this journey is you. And if you happen to have a gang of bomb-ass women behind you, that's dope too. But the only person's approval that you need is yourself. You can do it. I know you can. I'm proof that you can. With my sniffles and all. Because allergies are trying to take me out. Allergies are trying to take me out. My eyes be leaking. My nose. Everything. Okay? But anyway. I think that's the biggest thing. And another thing is that I've learned is live in the present. It's so easy to try to be a version of yourself that you were, or trying to be this person that you see yourself as, and not admiring this version that you are on today. Like, this version of Shelby today is the shit. Like, she is about her business. She has goals. There are things that she's achieving that people don't even know about that are truly amazing. I'm the shit today. I was the shit yesterday too. That future version of myself tomorrow, she the shit as well. But be in the now. The things that you're doing now are just as amazing as the things that you did yesterday and the things that you'll do tomorrow. Remember that. Be in the present. So yeah, I am super excited that I made it to a year. I am even more excited to see where this year takes me, where this next year takes me, to see how much more bigger and better my brand becomes. I'm super excited, and I really see this as something that I'll be able to pass down to generations after me. And like, I'm so glad that there are specifically little Black children that get to see me being so excited about reading. Like, I wish I had me when I was a kid. Not that I need, like, my family did a really, really good job at instilling, like, reading is important and fun and all of that. But, like, I feel like if I had someone like me that was, like, pretty, face beat, like, real cute, and was like, oh, yeah, I'm a nerd, too. Like, I would have been so much more confident in who I knew that I was. But for so long, and, like, I don't talk about the insecurities that I have and like my body image issues and all of that stuff, because it's nobody's burden to bear but mine. Listen, light bulb. It's nobody's burden to bear but mine. But if I would have just seen someone like me, I would have been so much more confident being who I was, instead of trying to fit into so many other boxes. Because I thought those other boxes were cool, and the box that I was given was not. That sounds so inappropriate, because anyway, but you guys get what I'm saying. Like, I spent so many years like trying to be someone that I wasn't, like trying to not be so nerdy because the guys don't think that's cool, and because the other girls don't really like hanging out with me because I'm different. I'm here. I represent the Black girl nerd that is also girly, that also knows how to play instruments, that likes Star Wars, but also is a Beyonce fan. I'm here to tell y'all that we are the shit and that it is okay to be you. Like, I am so glad that I'm able to be myself for other little girls, because if I had me, I'd be like Beyonce by now, girl. So, not every day is like this one. Not every day is perfect. I still struggle with those insecurities. I still struggle with showing up as myself authentically. But on the bigger scale, I know who I am, and I love this version of myself. And I'm so happy that this has come from me just sharing my love of books. Like, why ain't nobody tell me earlier? Why ain't nobody told me? So I hope that this encourages you to start that thing that you've been thinking about. To take that leap of faith, to apply for that job, to start that YouTube channel, to make that Instagram page, to write that pattern for that sweater that has been sitting on your iPad forever, to start that company, to do whatever it is. I hope that this encourages you. I love you. Happy anniversary, because it's y'all's anniversary too. Like, y'all been following me, y'all been hanging out with me for a year, so happy anniversary. If you are following the Instagram page, then you know, or I don't know if this will be posted before the giveaway post goes up or after, but either way, there is a giveaway that is ending at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You got to answer a few questions, and whoever does it first, answers the questions correctly, and is following the book club page will win. Again, I love you guys. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all of that good jazz before you go. And I will talk to you guys soon. Bye, guys.